All right, so let's get started with our silhouette. You're gonna need your Chromebook, a Sharpie, a pencil, and a blank piece of paper to begin. On my Chromebook, just on Google, I searched hummingbird silhouette. So after you pick your whatever silhouette you're doing, make sure you save it to your computer. And then open it up by opening the file, or you can click just to open it up. And I have one already open right here. All right, so now we're gonna be tracing this. You need to make sure that the size is right. You want it to be about 3 inches. I have my ruler here, either 3 inches tall or 3 inches wide. So zoom in to make it bigger, zoom out to make it smaller, but you want it to be about 3 inches. That's a little too big, so I'll go down one. All right, now that I have my silhouette the correct size, I'm gonna lay my paper on it and I'm gonna trace it in the middle. Now you might have picked a picture or a silhouette that needs to be traced vertically. So if your picture, mine's kind of more horizontal, but if yours is more vertical, then you need to trace yours going vertically. But I'm doing mine horizontally. So I will lay it. I can kind of see through right here, make sure it's in the middle. Once I get it, I'm just eyeballing it. I'm not too worried about it being perfect. Then once I get it where I want it, I'm gonna gently start tracing. Be careful when you're pressing down, because you're gonna notice that your picture is gonna wanna move. Getting those feathers. Don't worry about details on the inside. There shouldn't be, because it's a silhouette after all. Oops, mine moved. So let me open it back up. There we go. I'll line it back up and just keep going. And you can always adjust it if yours looks a little wrong afterwards. That's why we're doing it super lightly and with a pencil to begin. All right, so I have my basic outline. I'm gonna put my Chromebook to the side. And I think it looks pretty good. Any adjusting you need to do, go ahead and do that. Still keep it nice and light. But I think that will do for now. Okay, so after you have your silhouette in the middle, we're gonna color them in with a Sharpie in a minute. But first we're gonna do some outlining, or some simple outlines over and over again around the shape. So when we're doing these, you want them to be about a 1/2 inch. So 1/2 inch, which is right here, or a finger's width in between them. So about that far. If you're not sure, you can mark it, make it just a little mark and know that's about how far away you need to be. And you're just gonna be doing a simple outline of your shape, trying to keep the same distance, about the same distance all the way around. Now, notice how as I get down to about here, mine has these little feathers. They look like fingers, kind of. I'm gonna keep it simple, so I'm just gonna go over it with a curve to go around them. So I'm not gonna worry about going in between each of those. So keep your outline nice and simple. And then I'm just gonna go around like that. All right, now that I have the first one done, I'm gonna keep going to fill up the whole space. So again, about a finger's length, about a 1/2 inch, say about that far. And I'm just gonna keep going. Draw super light. That's really important because if you do, you can always go back and fix it. It's really hard to change it if you're drawing real dark. And eventually you'll start going off the page. Don't try to make them fit. If they need to go off and then come back on, that's what you need to do. Okay, so I have all my pencil lines done. Go back and erase any stray marks you have or anywhere you need to clean yours up a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and do that in a minute. But now I'm going to color in my hummingbird black with a Sharpie because it's a silhouette. So I am just gonna start by outlining it. Careful not to just stop like I did right there. I made a pearl. So sometimes I'll tell you, careful not to make pearls. That means don't just stop on a section when you're outlining or drawing with a Sharpie, because that ink is gonna keep coming out in that same spot, and make a little circle. So always lift up if you're stopping. But it's not gonna be an issue for this project because I'm gonna be coloring in the inside anyway. Oops. All right, mine is ready to go.